Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Today we are here with some more F1 2019 career mode. I'm sorry I've missed some uploads lately. I haven't been doing the daily uploads, but it's just because I'm moving house. I'd put a community post, but just so you guys know I am, so that's why everything's a bit all over the place. But yeah, no upgrades for this episode, unfortunately. We had the durability upgrade, but no proper performance ones that will change anything in the charts. But we are still the best team on the grid, so I'm not complaining too much. But we know that racing point is quick, and they probably will be even quicker as the season goes on. So let's go straight to qualifying.
Bahrain qualifying is nearly upon us, and the drivers look as if they're all geared up to go. I expect we'll be getting underway very shortly. Now then, Anthony Davidson, you're not getting any younger, but you have been involved in your fair share of qualifying sessions in an illustrious 30-year career. How do you deal with the pressure when you have that one chance to deliver a perfect lap?
It's not so much about dealing with the pressure, it's more about how you approach the risk and just how much of it are you willing to take. You're constantly balancing the car on the edge of grip from braking, cornering and traction, and over the course of a lap it's easy to get that balance wrong, and that's why achieving the perfect lap is almost impossible. As you say, I've been doing this 30 years now and it never gets any easier.
And here we are coming to the end of our first lap in Q1, and we have P18 with 2.3 seconds off of Perez, and that really scared me. I thought, damn, but it was the same problem we had at Australia, so I went out with for another lap. I went 6 tenths quicker and it was only 15, so we're still getting used to the car. And I went out for another lap, third and final lap. We were 7 tenths up and we didn't make up any positions, so we were still in 15th. So I was going to go for another lap, but that was sort of an end lap, so I just came back into the pits on that fourth lap, and yeah, it was very, very scary having to just let it go. There was no time left in the session for us to put in a good lap. So there's Hamilton 5th, but have we made it through into Q2? We're in the best car on the grid, so we really should have. Oh, have we done it? Oh yes, we've just beat out Norris. Okay, good. We're through into Q2. That's all I need. So here is the end of our first Q2 lap. I go 6th, and that was super good. Jeff obviously 10. That's we're in the top 10, but really quick. I think after the Q1 session, I'd locked my brain in and I was ready to go racing. I did go out for a second lap. I was super under the time, which was not good to see. But in the end, 9th, we're ahead of Perez, so feeling all good. Butler really quick in that Toro Rosso there in that session, but Vettel 5 tenths, well almost 6 tenths ahead of Butler, so even quicker. Vettel in that Ferrari. So come to the end of the first lap and we were only 9th, which wasn't great, just ahead of Butler. And then here you can see a set of purple middle sector, and in the end it was only got us up to 8th, which just turned back to 9th. Which is a shame. We couldn't actually get a qualifying like we did last time, but it all comes down to the race, so yeah, let's get straight on into it.
The curtain rises once more then on the desert stage of Sakir as the players take their places for the opening act. Will they enthrall us like they did in 2014 with that titanic battle between Nico Rosberg and Lewis Hamilton? Well, we'll find out shortly as we get underway here in Bahrain. We'll be racing around 3.36 miles of the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit today. Keep an eye out for drivers locking the front left down into the tricky braking zone of turn 10. And it's an absolute pleasure to be joined once again by Anthony Davidson. Why don't we discuss McLaren? We have a number of changes to the aerodynamic regulations this year, and the signs haven't looked good for them so far in terms of getting to grips with those changes.
There are a few downcast looks within the team this weekend. I think they've been hit fairly hard by the new regs. But this is only the first step down a long road of development. and even if they don't maximise their points today, there are plenty more up for grabs this season.
It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Sebastian Vettel has a clear track ahead of him today. He starts in pole position, just edging out Alexander Albon, who'll start from P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Kvyat, Lewis Hamilton and Verstappen, Leclerc, Perez, Byrne and Roman Grosjean, Weber, Russell, Kevin Magnussen and Kubica, Norris, Sainz, Kimi Raikkonen and Lance Stroll, Ricciardo and Devon Butler starts from the back of the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
Will do, Jeff, will do, and hopefully we can aim for another podium finish. But strategy-wise, looking at it, the one stop was just obvious, obviously, because we're in 25% races, but now let's get right into the race as we go to 5 red lights for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Lights out, and away we go, and it's a pretty decent launch, but the traction the AI gets is so much better than you can. And here comes the Haas of Roman Grosjean, and he sends it up the inside. He fully cuts the corner, makes contact with Sergio Perez, which allows us to swing it around the outside of Perez, but Grosjean has managed to get through, which is a good position for the Haas. They haven't really been anywhere last season and, you know, last race either, so good to see a Haas up here, but Grosjean being very aggressive, squeezing us off the track there for a second, but through the S section to go round his outside, which turns to the inside so we can hold him off. And Verstappen, you can see, he's given Hamilton some troubles. But now, as we move to the end of the first lap, it is Sebastian Vettel who crosses the line. And if you saw on the minimap there, he was really far in the lead, so not great. But there's a yellow flag. I don't know what that is, but we're right behind Max Verstappen, trying to put on pressure on him. But I'm not too sure what that yellow flag's about. Could have been people just going a bit slow through the corner. But no, Roman Grosjean! Oh, after the Haas driver's got such a good start, he's got, that is such a shame for the Frenchman. Even though he was super aggressive on the start and a bit dumb, still such a shame for Haas. That would have been really good points for them.
One of the Toro Rossos is next.
Ooh, yeah, okay. Jeff just telling us Verstappen's ahead, but we are coming in this lap. But Perez and Leclerc both go flying past us. And Perez, Leclerc very close. We almost make contact with the back of Leclerc. Had to back off of it because I would have hit into the back of him and lost my front wing. But now, come down, turn 9. This is over the inside. Very nice move there on Charles Leclerc. Difficult place to make an overtake, but we made it work. And through the S section, gaining a ton of time on Perez. Can we do to Perez what we did to Leclerc? It's a big dive up the inside, but we've done it. What a move, making good use of this Red Bull. And now there's another yellow flag in this sector. Albon and Hamilton going side by side. Danny Kvyat is out of the session. There's a virtual safety car. And we didn't actually get any footage of what happened to Kvyat. I'm assuming it's just a mechanical issue. But at the end of the virtual safety car, we got a great launch. But Verstappen hits into the back of Hamilton. He's pulling alongside Hamilton, but he's got an awful exit. But we've managed to pull through on the both of them. And we are up into 4th place maybe. Hamilton's still just holding in there, but no, we're through. We've managed to pass Verstappen and our teammate. That was perfect. But I have actually left it late after we were supposed to box, if you couldn't tell. So I'm coming in this lap. And I hate to see this, but I look behind and Hamilton's also coming in. This wasn't on purpose. But this is really going to mess up Hamilton's race with the double stop effect. And it sucks that I had to do this. I hated it. I was looking behind and I was just like, no, why? But there was nothing we could do about it. But we do have Sebastian Vettel right in front of us. So could we get a race win here? Well, we'll have to see what we can do. But I think Bottas is just ahead of him. Yes, he is. So I think we're net P3 here. I'm pretty sure this is net P3. So as you can see, lap 8. Trying to make the move on Vettel. Coming through the S section on his inside. Coming through side by side. Contact between me and the German. Obviously, Sebastian Vettel was my favourite driver anywhere with his old team, and we are pushing him very much on the limits here. Very, you know, touch and go between us. We're banging wheels, but we've made it through on turn 10, and we are breaking away. Perez has got past Vettel, and then Jeff just telling us Perez has gone on to medium tyres. But Albon's managed to jump us, and so has Leclerc. So I thought we would have been net P2, but I think battling with Vettel, we just lost some time. But we make the dive on Albon, where we made it so many times this race, down into turn 9. And what a move. Jeff congratulating us on that one, and it was a great move. But now Albon pulls out to the side with DRS. And there's nothing we can really do about it. And Perez is looking for one as well, and he's going to dive for Albon as we go for the switch back on Perez, side by side through turn 2, and we managed to hold on from turn 3, and we will have DRS, but it's not enough to be able to catch Albon. But now as we come through the S section, can we get him down into turn 9? Once again, can we make our move? Are we going to go around the outside this time? Bit of contact. Oh, we've squeezed right to the inside, and we are around the outside and up into P3. Could we get another podium here today? Would be a great drive. But Perez and Albon still piling on the pressure. Perez goes for the move. I do try to go for a switchback. We pull alongside. Is it enough? Yes, it looks like it is. We squeezed him to the inside of that left-hander, and we just managed to carry more speed around the outside. Now lap 11, we're coming right down to the wire now. Albon's got past us with DRS. I don't think Perez is close enough though. But Albon is very much confidently through, and we locked up a bit there. We got on the curb, and that is fully compromised us now. And I think Albon might just be able to break away, as you can see now on the back. And Perez, even without DRS, is managing to just pull alongside us. That Mercedes engine working well there for Perez. As we're side by side, I have DRS, but I don't know if it's really enough. No, because Perez has DRS as well, and he is flown away. So we're down into P5. We've lost even more positions, and now Max Verstappen's putting on the pressure. See, I'm sort of covering off quite hardly as he gets past for a second. But I go late on the brakes, squeeze him right to the inside, and hold it on around the outside here on the final lap. But what a shame. We lost out right on the final lap, but still P5 from P9. Valtteri Bottas takes the win. But I'm still very happy with that result. It was still contract objective, and it's, you know, all worked out quite well in my opinion.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
Yet another historic win under their belts. Well done to the team at Mercedes. Talk to me, Ants. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
I think a large part of the result comes down to temperament. They were able to keep their heads when everyone around them was losing theirs, and that's allowed them to get the best out of the car, to maximise the strategy, and to stay out of trouble.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot, a well-earned victory for Mercedes.
And there it is, P5, very good. But unfortunately, Hamilton finished P13 out of the points. But I'm going to have to put the blame on myself there. But it's a shame you can't tell your teammates to go an extra lap. So nothing we could really do. But I'm still happy with my result. Williams get even more points with Russell in 8th. But Vettel finished down in 9th, which was awful. Hamilton down to 6th in the championship. We stay in 3rd, but Bottas takes the lead as Leclerc goes up to 4th. So lots of moving around in the championship. Weber up into 10th, so lots of moving around, but I'm happy with my result and how we are in the championship, only 12 points off of the lead, because I am very much hoping to be a contender for this season. But overall, Sainz doing kind of decent. He's got some points from McLaren, but not much else there. Ferrari and Mercedes managed to jump us in the constructors, but not by much, only 7 points behind Ferrari. Toro Rosso and Alfa Romeo move up the tables as Haas and Renault move down. Renault still with no points in these first 2 races. But now, time for the interviews with Claire. I wonder what dumb questions she has to ask us today. I mean, oh, sorry, I didn't say anything, Claire.
Pretty happy with that.
Oh,
You
pretty
were
happy with
cutting
it.
your way through the field during the race.
Yes, I was cutting my way through the field, and we had a lot of grip.
Lucas flew through the pack in that race.
I didn't
What's
really
his
see
secret?
much of Lucas this race, actually, so I just sort of went
Judging from
sportsmanship
today's
answer.
race, it must be pretty hard to fend off Devon when he wants to pass.
Well, I didn't see Devon much either, so I just went with, like,
Had a
I'm
bit
sure
of
the
a
other drivers
rivalry
find it
going
difficult.
on, but it looks like he bested you.
I think, yeah, that's with the rivalry system in the game. I didn't choose anything because it all
Appreciate
gives you
your
bad
time.
rep, I'm pretty sure, so.
Great
That's
work.
that.
That's exactly the kind of result I'm looking for. Keep it up.
But yeah, we've reached our contract objective there, so all good there. But I'm overall pretty happy with that race. We're staying in contention for a championship win. We're not right at the top there. We still need a win this season, and if it'd be any track to come, I would assume it'd be Azerbaijan. I would say would be our best chance. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, be sure to like, subscribe, turn post notifications on so you know if I when the next upload. And yeah, I'll try to keep uploading as much as I can for you guys. But yeah, see you all next time. Peace.